it's Elle here from Beyond Expectations. In this video, I'll be answering one of your questions in regards to training. I'll read out the question and it goes like this. Elle, you still look as good as you did at the end of the documentary. Your girls are so grown. Question, do you still do hardcore weight training regularly? And what is your general workout schedule now compared to your competition prep? Thanks from Michigan, USA. And thank you so much for your fantastic question, and thank you for your lovely compliments. Hello from Sydney, Australia, and we've got our national monument behind us, which is the Sydney Opera House. So thank you and hello from Australia. Now, in regards to your question, there's a lot to it, so let's break it down. Do I train hardcore weights now regularly, and did I train hardcore weights during the making of Beyond Expectations? Okay. So let me dive into it. Now, in regards to the making of Beyond Expectations, I didn't train hardcore weights. Yes, I trained with weights, but no, I did not do it hardcore. Now, when I'm talking about hardcore, I'm talking about maybe CrossFit or anything that is at a very high intensity. For me personally, I always trained at 55% of my maximum. Now, what is 55% of my maximum? Well, basically, let's just say if you were going to do a push-up on your knees, on your toes, whatever's comfortable for you, and you could comfortably do, well, push yourself, at maximum capacity, you could do, say, 20. 55% of that would be roughly 11. So when I say that I work at 55% of my maximum, if you want to make the math easier, it's basically half. So say, for example, you could do 50 squats. 55% of my maximum would be roughly 26. Or to make the math easier and just go straight 50, it would be roughly 25 squats that I would be doing. So in regards to it being hardcore, no, it was not hardcore, and I will let you in on a few secrets of why. First of all, it's very hard to maintain for a long period of time. Second of all, it does place a lot of strain on your joints, your knee joints, your knees, your elbows, sorry, I'm pointing to my elbows saying knees, and also your hip joints. And if you are someone who is older, I am 40, I am getting into, the older age group, if you will. I mean, some people say I'm still young, depending on your age, but you will find that your joints may ache in certain areas, or you may have some wear and tear. For me personally, after I had the two girls, the pregnancies were very close together. I put a lot of strain on my hips, and it also put a lot of strain on my knees. So I wasn't able to train hardcore for that reason. Now, the cartilage between the bone, which is basically what enables your joints to move, it cannot be replaced. And that is why you see a lot of athletes in high impact sports, whether that be rugby, soccer, football, gridiron, even basketball, because there's a lot of stop and start. Basically any sport that requires you to work at a very high intensity, they generally retire from the ages of 30. Not often will you see them go up to 40. It's generally just over the 30 mark. And the reason for that being is because the cartilage between the joints, that's why you see a lot of knee replacements, hip replacements, shoulder replacements, is because it cannot be replaced. Once the cartilage is gone, it's gone for good. So personally, I did not train hardcore during the making of Beyond Expectations, and nor do I now. It is now 2020. I do not train hardcore. I actually, if anything, mostly focus on my nutrition. See, the trouble is, a lot of people, this is a big mistake I see often people make, is they focus so much on their training. There's only so many calories you can burn whilst you train. So what about the other hours of the day? What's happening with your body then? Say, for example, you train an hour 5 days a week. Okay, that's 5 hours a week. What about the other 24 hours, 7 days a week, or 23 hours if you're training for an hour? What happens there? This is the important factor you need to consider. You need to raise your fat burning levels, or your resting fat burning rate, which we like to call the RFBR, or your metabolism. You must elevate that, because otherwise you're going to be on this constant battle of needing to exercise to be able to reshape, transform your body. And as you get older, that's going to be harder to maintain, to be able to out exercise your lifestyle. I know now that all the restrictions in a lot of places, particularly in Australia, have been lifted, and now we have more freedom in regards to COVID-19, and people are returning to the gym and doing lots of outdoor activities, which is great for your general health and well-being. But you must understand that the battle is going to be won or lost with elevating your resting fat burning rate. And the way that you do that is through your diet. It's very important that you be mindful of the food that you put into your mouth. I hear a lot of people say to me, I love to train. Training is fantastic. It's great. I really enjoy it. I'm, dedicated to my training. I 100%, I train every day, 5 days a week. I do all this, but the diet, I fail and I can't get the results I want. Unfortunately, that's where the work is required. And a lot of people don't want to do it because it's not as fun and exciting as going for a run or lifting weights or whatever the case may be that you enjoy to do. Look, I get it. I completely understand. It can be unfun, and that's why it's important to have a cheat day. John and I are advocates for that because that enables you to maintain your body for a long period of time. So what I've been able to do, no, I do not train hardcore weights. My main focus is on my nutrition and what I put into my mouth. And that is how I've been able to keep my shape and physique for over 10 years now. You've seen the making of Beyond Expectations was in 2010. We're now in 2020, and I've been able to do that from elevating my resting fat burning rate. And the way that you can do that is make sure that you eat every 2 to 3 hours, eat whole foods, fresh food that comes out of the ground, steer clear of things that come out of a packet. Fresh is always best. Things that generally come out of a packet are usually bad for you. So just check the labels. Such things as frozen veggies or tinned veggies or beans or whatever the case may be can often be okay. Just check the labels first. So you really need to monitor your nutrition, which is a less exciting part sometimes. So be mindful of that. You don't want to spend all this time in the gym now that COVID-19 restrictions have been lifted for a lot of places. You've put in all this hard work, effort, energy, and you are not getting the results you desire. That is not where you want to be, because you feel cheated, you feel like you've been treated badly by your own body. So you don't want to be in that position, and the best way to avoid that is make sure that you pay attention to what goes into your mouth. Be kind to yourself. We've all gone through somewhat of a difficult time. Everyone has had their own personal struggles during COVID-19, so don't be hard on yourself. Some people have had it a lot harder than you and a lot worse, so be grateful and thankful for what you do have. I really do hope this helps you moving forward, my friend in Michigan. Please focus on your nutrition. By all means, if you like to train, go ahead and do that. If you're getting in the higher age bracket and you're closer to the 40s and 50s, my suggestion to you would be be very careful with hardcore training. You don't want to injure yourself, and you also don't want to wear away the cartilage between the bone. I really do hope this helps you. Remember to stay positive, be kind to one another. Leave me your encouraging words down in the comments below. I always read your comments, I reply to your comments, and I love to hear from you. And excellent questions equal excellent videos. Thanks so much. Bye.